any opinion which is held on a complex issue, some people are bound to differ with it. Well, as you're aware, when India became independent, there was a provision for positive discrimination for the scheduled tribes, many of whom are forest reliant or forest dependent. They cultivate, but their cultivation systems are to a large extent reliant on the forest, not entirely. One reason for this is very simple, which is that the forest administrative structure and legal system goes back to the British days, and the rights of the people who live in the forest were not settled after independence. You may recall there was a Zamindari reform of 1950s. In several states there was a lot of political debate. It also went up to the Supreme Court. This tenure reform actually took place as recently as 2006, which is almost 40 years after independence. Due to this reform, over 3 million forest reliant peoples have got tenure to very small plots of land. The group rights have been recognized to a much lesser extent. But I must emphasize that all the political parties, setting aside other differences, voted for this bill. All states, irrespective of parties, have tried to implement this act, though, of course, there is a long way to go. Awareness, the ability of administration to act in the letter and spirit of the act, we have a way to go, but it is a very important step in the right direction, and the imperial legacy, I think we have begun to move away from it to a democratic legacy. And we have 3 million elected representatives. You will be astonished how many of them, their time is taken up by what effectively are environmental concerns: drinking water, sanitation, floods, drought. They may not be defined as environmental concerns. Crop damage. You talk to MLAs from areas where elephants are entering crop fields. They will tell you they don't sleep at night. Constituents call them and say, what are you doing? Elephants are in my field again. I complained last week. Now, Forest Rights Act could help secure rights of forest reliant peoples, whether scheduled tribes or others, as well as help protect the wildlife and forest. Naturally, there were people who contested it. They felt that the forest areas are best secured by the forest bureaucracy, working in association with scientists. That's a legitimate point of view. There's nothing wrong with those people. We have a debate on it, and I think that the Act, as it came out, tried to strike a middle ground. So it is natural. Democracy is not only about popularity, it's about debate. It's not about dissent. And there is nobody with a monopoly on truth. I am, after all, only a student. I'm a student of the subject, no matter how long or how short I have studied it. So I welcome the differences. Through the differences, we move to a better and fuller understanding of the subject.